bins. They hold memories in them.
Het verbluffende drama Hoard gaat over Maria, een tiener wiens moeder vroeger een hamsteraar was. Jaren later woont ze in een pleeggezin waar een voormalige bewoner, Michael, haar inspireert om haar jeugdherinneringen en onderdrukte passies te herontdekken. Het is een uitzonderlijk en hartverscheurend verhaal. En het verbaasde niemand dat de film in 2023 werd geselecteerd voor de competitie op het filmfestival van Venetië. Gek genoeg wist de regisseur, Luna Carmon, dat eigenlijk al voordat het haar werd verteld.
It was really weird. I had a dream the night before. One of my favourite British directors, a big influence on me, Ken Russell, and that he hugged me. And I was like, Ken, you're dead. And he just looked at me and smiled and hugged me. That morning that I had that dream, about half an hour later I got a call from one of my producers, Helen, and she sent me through the email and it mentioned Ken Russell and Nick Rogue. And I kind of knew that Ken visited me that night to kind of pre-tell me. And yeah, it was a surreal moment.
De inspiratie voor het verhaal had ook een ongewone oorsprong.
A deep sadness, that's where a lot of my things begin. I wrote it in the spring of 2020. I had COVID and I lost my sense of smell, which was it was such a part of the story of writing Hoard as well, smell, like in the story and the script, and I hope you kind of feel the smell in a lot of the scenes. And then this amalgamation of my memories and, you know, fantasy started to bleed and melt, and I don't really know who wrote Hoard. I always say I was just a sort of vessel, the antenna for it to just come out of, because it just felt very much like it came from here, and I almost have no memory of writing it. I was just like seance.
You're a funny little biscuit.
I've come to realise grief will never heal over time.
Hoofdrolspelers Sarah Lightfoot-Leon en Joseph Quinn spelen samen een aantal zeer intense scènes. Dus het was belangrijk dat ze samen een goede band hadden. Hun verbondenheid met het verhaal betekende ook veel voor hen.
What?
Everything. I mean, when I got the script, it jumps out of you, at you, sorry. I connected to it pretty quickly because I'd lost my grandmother the year before, so the whole story for me was about the grief and, you know, how it changes, how it hides and disguises itself in things, as, you know, the movie talks about the whole time. And that was what it was for me, the seed of something that I had recently felt pretty personally, pretty deeply. And that was immediate, you know, heartstring connection.
I think the thing is this idea of trauma bonding that I found really interesting about the script, and I think that Luna really explores really implicitly, but really effortlessly, about these two characters who have endured a very similar pain, and they smell that on each other, and and through that they communicate, and that felt very present in the script, but not fully investigated. And but there was a lot of trust from Luna in us to kind of get into that. And I think the fact that most of it is very non-verbal, that felt like just a really interesting way in to these characters.
De indrukwekkende, intieme en fantasierijke film Hoard draait nu in een bioscoop bij jou in de buurt.
I'm feeling